a gem which actually has been featured in many movies and in many books, including one of my lovely past clients. Hey guys, this is Erin, and if this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in Richmond, Virginia, hit that like button, click subscribe, and click that little bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. Hey everyone, I'm Erin Melton. Welcome back to Live in Richmond, Virginia. We have a lot of really cool little hidden gems around Richmond, Virginia, so you know what to do when you're bored. The Fancy Biscuit is on West Carey Street. Super cute little spot, very rustic and eclectic. You're gonna love it because they have very Southern style brunches that are, they specialize in what is the most important thing is the grand gourmet biscuits. The signature dish would be the Big Papi, which is fried chicken, pimento cheese, and sausage gravy. Now, if that doesn't say heart attack, I don't know what does. I'm not a sausage gravy person. And I am a Southern girl, so I guess that's sacrilegious, but I do like me some pimento cheese and some good old biscuits and also some fried chicken. You're gonna love it there. Pro tip here, little insider tip. Make sure you arrive early on the weekends to beat the brunch rush because it gets a bit crazy. Oh my God, hidden gem. And this is for true, for sure. The Bird Theater, which is also on West Carey Street. It is a historic cinema that's been around since 1928. It's known as the Richmond Movie Palace. They still actually have $4 movie tickets. Can you believe that? For second run films. And they'll also run a lot of classics as well. I think the biggest thing about the Bird Theater that you cannot know about until you really look around is how beautiful it is inside. Now I know they've recently redone it so the seats are much nicer. They were really kind of grubby and yucky for a while there, or reminded me of some of the kind of rundown movie theaters that I went to up in Northern Virginia when I was growing up, and it was like, oh, okay, this movie theater is just kind of ugh. However, I always was like, what is the big deal about Bird Theater? Why does everyone fuss about there? So they still have the organ in there that every once in a while when they're having like a fun holiday thing, they'll have the organist go out there and play the thing before. But I finally one day after going to a couple different of the cheapy movies, looked up and I realized, oh my God, this is why they talk about the Bird Theater. It just has a beautiful ceiling, gorgeous vintage decor, beautiful chandelier, all the different tapestries that are along the wall, very pretty. Like I said, they do have the fun organ performances that come before select weekend movies. Ooh, a gem which actually has been featured in many movies and in many books, including one of my lovely past clients. She talks about the Hollywood Cemetery. That is off of South Cherry. It's a 135-acre cemetery that overlooks the James River. And you want to talk about some really pretty views. Now, of course, it's a cemetery. Some people might say that's really, really creepy. There actually are US presidents in there, James Monroe and John Tyler. There was the Confederate president, Jefferson Davis, and it's just a very beautiful place to walk around, very Gothic architecture, scenic views. It's a neat place to go no matter what time of year it is. And it was another thing, I'm a Virginian, pretty much. And everyone talked about Hollywood Cemetery. I was like, what's the big deal? It's a cemetery, who cares? And then I went there one day for a tour with my ladies group, and all of a sudden I was like, well, hot damn, this is what the big deal it is. It is just lovely, absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend going there, particularly in the spring and in the fall. It is absolutely gorgeous, just gorgeous. Pro tip for you, head there to the President's Circle for a beautiful panoramic view of our gorgeous river. Of course, it's a city, so you're going to have some industrial views, but it really is one of the prettiest spots to catch the river. Another really fun place is Lamplighters Coffee Roasters, which is also in South Addison. They have house roasted coffee beans with a focus on sustainability. I myself am not a coffee drinker. You might be like, you seem really hyper. You seem like a coffee drinker. I'm not, but I do love the smell, and I love being with people that love coffee and treasure coffee. So I'm like, hey, cool, I'll get a tea and I'll just enjoy the vibe and smell. Very cozy, very laid back. Perfect for remote work and just meeting up casually with people for sure. And I highly recommend, because a lot of people told me it's so good, is the cold brew and their signature breakfast sandwiches. And the nice thing, they do have a nice pet-friendly patio with lots of different local art displays as well. Speaking of which, another really cute spot is Shindigs. Super, super cute, and that's in Carytown. And actually another one that I had never gone to until very recently. They have the cutest little spot that, well, for one, they're very well known for their cakes and their very nice, yummy desserts. That's a big thing, big thing. They have 2 different locations. Like across the street is where you can order out and get your fancy cakes and different things and deliver there. But then they have the actual eat-in where you can get some great coffee. They're open very late. I think they're 24 hours actually. And then they've got a cute little display at the very front of it that has, it looks like a little food truck, but it's all interior. And you can order like cute little soups, great little sandwiches, or little, just little lunchy sort things. And they've got the little cafe inside, and they've got the cutest little shopping things. I'm like, holy shit, this is so cute. As you see, I like little shoppy, cutesy little shoppy spots. I was there for a business coffee, so I didn't get a chance to really shop, but I'm going back there for sure. Super, super cute. If you're looking for something for a cute little baby shower that you need to go pick up, or even just very popular, grab the treats and take that somewhere. People are gonna love you. They're like, oh, shindigs, it is the shiz. Definitely check that out for sure. Belle Isle is definitely a really popular spot to check out. In our hidden gems, it is an island park that's on the James River that has a pedestrian footbridge that for access. You can hike, you can take your bike over there. There's Civil War ruins, and there's lots of rock hopping, and also sunbathing on the rocks. Very popular as it gets warmer for sure. I will tell you this for sure, and you can go swimming if you want to. Please, please be careful though. Make sure you visit though during sunset, and you can get some really pretty views of the river. I will also give you another pro tip is the parking down there is not great. So if you're deciding to go down there on a weekend, you might want to get down there super early so you can actually find a spot. You're just kind of like parking over under the overpass sort of thing. But I know every once in a while you can get some street parking and just kind of walk down. Just want to give you a heads up. The Poe Museum. Now I know that Baltimore always says that they have, Poe is theirs. Well, guess what? Poe is in Richmond as well, and we have the great museum, which is right off of East Main. It is dedicated, of course, to the famous Edgar Allan Poe, to his life and his works. And there's some really cool, rare artifacts, lots of handwritten letters, lots of original manuscripts, and personal items. Really, really neat, eclectic little place. It's got a garden that features the Raven statue, of course. And it's just a neat little place. They do lots of little frequent spooky themed events and what have you and tours. Growing up, I grew up in Northern Virginia. My parents moved us to the Fredericksburg area, a little further south down 95, about an hour from Richmond. And one of our field trips that we did in 8th grade was to the mosque, which is now the Altria Theater. And the cool thing we went and did, because we were studying at the time, was Edgar Allan Poe. And we went to see performances there at Edgar Allan Poe. Loved it. My husband and I were, we grew up together. My maiden name is Messner, so we always had the same, middle school and high school. We always had lockers right next to each other, right in the same room, pictures right beside each other in the yearbook. It was fate. But I definitely think of us going to the mosque, now the Altria Theater, and listening to the Edgar Allan Poe's stuff. I actually always loved that. I'm not really into the macabre sort thing, but I did love that for sure. And he was being a little douchebag, it's bros, acting all cool sort of thing. And I was like, ooh, he's so cute, whatever. It worked. All right, hidden gem. That's arguable, but definitely Maymont is one of our gems, one of our crowning jewels of the Richmond area. You have 100 acres. You have the beautiful Victorian estate in there with free public parking and gardens, lots of grounds, beautiful Japanese gardens and Italian gardens, plus they have the butterfly trail. Great petting zoo. This is quintessential Richmond. If you stay here for any amount of time, doesn't matter for the young or the young of heart, you're gonna be over there at Maymont. The petting zoo was always my favorite for our kids when they were growing up for sure. They have great wildlife habitats, and then they've started doing all sorts of different tours inside the mansion. In fact, I don't even know if I've ever gone to the mansion. I have gone into the gift shop before, big surprise. And now they are doing lots of fun things during the holidays. They light it all up, just like they do Lewis Ginter. They also do it there at Maymont as well. Lots of pretty free events. That is an awesome spot to go do a picnic. They also offer all sorts of fun things where they'll even do like sunset yoga. Just a great spot to go. If you have kids, you're gonna be to Maymont many times. So just trust me, if you haven't already gone, maybe wait for that field trip that you're going to chaperone on. Here's a little pro tip, little insider tip from an RVA person is the waterfall in the Japanese gardens is the perfect photo op for you if you're looking for something. Okie dokie. One of my favorite, I always talk about, I'm not really a brew person, but I do like this place, and it's the Vale Brewing Company. They actually have two different locations. There's one on that's over in the West End, and also kind of like, Willow Lawn area, and then they also have one over in Forest Hill. That's probably the one I go to more than anything. Very trendy craft brewery. Like I said, you have one in the Scott's Edition, and then you also have one in Forest Hill. They have all sorts of different IPAs. They have fruity sours, which I think might be one of the ones I like, and then they have a limited release of stouts. The nice thing about at least the Vale that is over in Forest Hill is they have a Y2 Mama little taco place, so you can get some nachos or tacos, super, super yummy. Bring your kids. This is like the most laid back, nice high ceilings, nice vibe, doesn't matter what time, it just is a really, really cool spot. They're something frisé. Now I do love that. So that's a little different than the basic hard cider. So very, very yummy, very, very yummy. I know the one over in Scott's Edition, they do have the rotating food trucks that come over there for sure. But definitely make sure you're following their Instagram for where can releases and events. And they also have really cute merch as well. I have to check out the one that's over there in Scott's Edition. I think that was the original one. I just always seem to go to the satellite one. Of course, Lewis Ginter, our crowning jewel, another one over North Side, 50 acres, themed gardens. We have the rose gardens, we have the children's gardens, the glass conservatory, the tropical plants. I love actually the little conservatory. It has cute little orchids and the seasonal butterfly garden. I definitely like to go over there when we are in the dead of winter, when I just need some life and I'm not traveling, which is not very frequent that I'm not traveling to somewhere that might be a little bit warmer, but if I need that green fix, if I need to just go be one with nature. One of the very exciting events over there, you'll find that the Garden Festival of Lights during the holidays. The Garden Cafe is super cute, and they have like cute little menu items that they do over there for sure. The holidays, they also have the train station that's in one of the little buildings there. And then they've started doing some seasonal like live music during certain days if you're a member. So it's a great hidden gem. The Cork Hotel Rooftop Bar, which is on West Broad, is super cool. If you love pink, you are going to love the Cork Hotel and their cute little bar. Always have very cute little pink themed cocktails for sure. Little small plates, little tapas. Like I said, trendy pink themed artistic. They actually have a really cute gift shop as well. Pretty place for checking out sunsets, for weekend brunch, photo ops, all the different things. Little insider tip, little RVA tip, you must try their seasonal sangria and their signature charcuterie board. Yum, yum, yum. So there you have it, 15 hidden gems throughout the Richmond area. I hope you found that useful. Tell me where your favorite little spots, little hot spots you've gone to if I didn't mention them. Comment below, and who knows, I might even make a video just for you. Thanks again for tuning in, and remember, leave everything better. If you have any questions or we've missed some information that you really want to know, just drop a comment below and we'll either answer you, or who knows, we might just make a whole video just for you.